Hi Pam, this is Sarah from Artisan Indie. Flourish at Artisan Indie. I gotta get used to saying that. All right, so I am critiquing your shop today, College Coloring Books. I am kind of excited. I love coloring books, adult coloring books. Actually, who am I kidding? I like kid coloring books too. So this is kind of a cool concept. Like, I've seen a lot of different shops and I haven't seen anything quite like this. I haven't gone through your shop very much yet, but just the name and seeing the imagery really piques my interest. I mean, how cool is that? Now, as your coach or as a business consultant, I would first want to ask if this is something that needs to be licensed, if you have the rights to certain colleges' names and or designs. I'm not sure if you are even listing these as specific colleges, but just first off, my first thought is like, what if I went to FSU and I wanted you to have an FSU book? Are you legally able to use the depictions of the FSU campus and or name? So we'll look more into that as I go through your shop. But really great banner. It really grabs my attention. I'm not a big fan of products in the banner. However, I think in your case, it's very much appropriate and it really does grab my attention and pull me in. I want to see more, and these designs are beautiful. I love that you're showing colored pencils. I like the font you're using. It definitely gives off that collegiate feel, so I think your branding is really good there. This branding here is a little different, and so in that aspect I would try to stay. You want consistency in your branding. That means that you want to use the same font, the same colors, things like that. So I would even, I would maybe see if you could do this in more of this font. At least the colors are very similar though, so that isn't so bad. Custom coloring books and gifts for college and sororities, which is awesome. In this space, in that line that I just looked at right here, you really want to make sure that you have some targeted keywords in there and that it's words that your audience would use to try to find your products. So I think they're pretty good. Custom coloring books and gifts for colleges and sororities. It might be more like college coloring books for college students, or maybe not. You just want to make sure you have some good keywords in here, and it does look like you do. Great picture of you right here. Beautiful smile, welcoming people into your shop. I love that. This is the featured section of your Etsy shop. And what you want to show here is anything that's seasonal. So you figure right now we're at the end of October, so anything that's fall ish or holiday ish, maybe any type of, if you have specific books that represent certain fall or winter events at colleges, maybe that would be appropriate. I'm not real familiar. I went to college, 2 different colleges, didn't finish either, but if you have something that is seasonal or holiday related, I would put that up here. And really it should change every 2 to 3 months as the seasons change or as the events change. If your stuff really isn't at all seasonable, that's funny. Let's season. Let's add some salt in there. Seasonal, then, just probably I would recommend you rotating these every couple of months just to keep things fresh and kind of new. Your announcement, I would try to keep this to one line, and I would put in some call of action here, like visit our website, www.yourwebsite, or join our VIP list, or check out more information about our subscription box program. I don't know if you have one, but that would be something good, I think, for your product. Probably if you have a really good following on Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest, you could say, follow me on Pinterest or Facebook. And I know there are other places, but telling them to do something in this space is really the best use of this space. And the thing is, if it's one line, it more than likely will be read, but 2 lines, it sometimes isn't. And I know that's kind of funny, but it's just the way the eyes work and how people shop online. You have a great amount of product in here. I think that looks great. You have a decent amount of section titles here as well. Be careful when you're using all capital letters. Google will penalize certain pages in their search if more than 3 words are capitalized. I don't see that here, but you just want to be mindful of that. Try not to have more than 3 words in caps because Google's algorithm kind of looks at it as if it's spam, and you don't want that. All right, let's go down to your About page. Okay. Wow. For some reason, at first glance, I thought this was like a desk. Talk about depth perception. Thought it was a desk, and this was like a poster above the desk, and this was like pencil holders and stuff. And then I saw the card rack and the coloring book rack and realized this is a full-size room. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is great. I mean, you're showing a lot of your product stuff and setup and business stuff, but really what I recommend putting in here is you need to put pictures of you. Pictures of you designing, pictures of you drawing, pictures of you maybe on a coloring or your hands coloring. What that does is it humanizes you and it makes you a real person designing these things, which adds value to your product. This is funny here. It's great. Good information here. All right. So you're pricing with the 95-cent price point, which, you know, I think 99 cents would be better for this particular product line, using 99 cents versus 95. Either way, it doesn't matter. They're both good and they both work. Usually you see 95 in a more of a boutique type setting, so like more of a high-line clothing shop, or more of like a brand name sunglasses shop or something like that, versus something you might find in a gift shop or a card shop would be more like 99. But it doesn't, I mean, I don't really think that's going to matter at all. You're using, you know, one or the other. Let's talk about your photos for a second. Oh, and wait, I got to go back to pricing. So you're pricing this at $10.95. I'm not really sure why. It may vary in price. It may have options. Let me click on it and see if it does. It does. Okay. So when we're talking about pricing, not only do you want to really pay attention to the cents, like using 99 or 95, but you also want the number on the left side of the decimal to be in a certain increment. And these increments that we teach in Flourish are pricing that I've learned and we've learned in many different workshops. We've read many different studies and articles about the psychology of pricing and how it works. And there's just certain prices that are more attractive than others. Really, to be honest, that's what it comes down to. It's not like there's any really rhyme or reason. You know, a lot of it is how we've grown to discuss and think and learn about numbers and pricing, especially here in the US. So this really should start with $9.95, or it could be bumped up to $12.95. So the price increments that work the best, anything under $10 would be $9.95, $8.95, $7.95, $6.95, all the way down. From 0 to 10, it can go in dollar increments, and it's fine. No harm, no foul. Anything over $10 needs to go almost in twos. At the very end, it kind of gets, it messes that pattern up. But it would go $9.95, $12.95, $14.95, $16.95, and then it jumps to $19.95. So I would say that your 8 by 10 should be $12.95. 12 by 16, $16.95 or $19.95. 16 by 20 should be, if you're at $19.95 on the 12 by 16, then 16 by 20 should be $24.95. And 18 by 24, then $29.95, let's say. Honestly, the majority of people selling on Etsy handmade goods aren't charging enough as it is. They're trying to compete with manufactured products that you'd find where people are printing off thousands and thousands of pages a minute. And that's just not who you should be competing with. If someone's going to pay $22.95, more than likely they're going to pay a little bit more for a handmade product. And that's why it's important to put yourself in the story, pictures of yourself. You could also use some of these photo slots here and throw a picture of you designing something, which also can make it worth more. Sorry, my dogs are barking. All right, so this $11.95 should be $12.95. $22.95 should be $24.95. I mean, and just think about it. If somebody wants this, right? If they're gonna spend $22.95, they're gonna spend $24.95. Either way, to them, it's just under $25. You know? So if it's too expensive, if they don't really want to spend $22.95, they won't spend the $25, right? Or the $24.95. And if they like it and they're okay with spending that much, they don't mind spending a couple more dollars, because to them it's all the same. Everything between $21 and $24.95 is pretty much the same amount of money, at least in their brain. Either way, they're you know, they come home, hey, I got this for under $25. So you're leaving money on the table there. And you know what? You change some of these prices around from the $10.95 to $12.95 and $22.95 to $24.95. You've just significantly increased your bottom line. Let me pause this to get my dogs to stop barking. All right, sorry about that. My family's home. Okay, so your pictures. I have to say, I really kind of like these colored blocked backgrounds. I think it works for your branding. You have all this color here. Obviously, your target market's going to be somebody that's into color. So I think having the different color blocked backgrounds is great. They look really nice. It looks better than this brick. It looks better than this here, although this is a cute mock-up. Now, and if you couldn't, if you can't put the ones that are digital on this background, then that's fine. Don't worry about it. But I would have these be, at least the mock-ups be more consistent, because here you have brick, here you have the wood, here you have the wall with the lights. So I would have them be a little bit more consistent. But if not, if you can put them on this, I really like these blocked color backgrounds. They look really nice. You have them nice and cropped and centered. It's really nice. All right, so something exciting is I do see that you have official licensed product here. Now, I'm not a big fan of you having this on your thumbnail pic. It's not going to be good in search. It's distracting, but it does lend you some merit. I mean, it shows people, hey, this is official licensed stuff. So I'm not sure if I would suggest instead to have this maybe on a second photo, or maybe to minimize it a little bit so it's not kind of busying up your photo. Maybe find a different way. I'm not really sure. Maybe more of a translucent color where it's seen but not really distracting. I'd play around with that for a little bit. Okay, your before we get into SEO, let's talk about the holidays. You know, what are you going to do for the holidays? So I know that your target market is really somebody that's, you know, has pride in their college, or maybe as a gift for someone. So I would ask, you know, if you could do a specific line for the holidays. So like home for the holidays, you could even say, you could call your section title could be home for the holidays, because that's what college students look forward to, right? Is especially if they're away, they get to come home for the holidays. So you could have like maybe gifts that they could bring to their families. So maybe do specific holiday coloring books, maybe miniature ones for stocking stuffers. You know, have like a little gift section for home for the holidays section. I think that would help you, at least through the holidays, grab some of that holiday traffic. And it's not too far off from your target market. I mean, hey, I had a wedding shop, a rustic wedding shop, and my shop was dead during the holidays, and it was really stressing me out. Finally, after 2 years, I was like, I have to get a piece of this holiday traffic. And so I started offering holiday gifts and holiday gift bags and holiday decor and little fun things to do with kids for the holidays, like a magic candy cane kit and snowman poop, and included white Tic Tacs. And it, you know, what didn't at all appeal to probably a bride, but I did keep it kind of with the rustic theme, the same kind of natural fabrics and design, and it did really well during the holidays, almost as much so that I was just as busy during the holidays as the wedding season. So obviously I would assume that back to school is a really strong time for you. And you know, the holidays is probably good as well for people that want to buy something for a college student. But I would think about maybe offering a special section. So some of your actual students could buy gifts for, you know, their family and friends that they come home to. Just an idea. Okay, let's see. All right, college coloring books, color your own. University of Virginia, UVA Who's, coloring book, study break, back to school, care package gift. I wouldn't say that's the best SEO. Now, you know your market better than I do. So let's start with your first one. Let's start with college coloring books. Okay, college coloring books is a good one. That's what it is. Now let's say you have the University of Virginia. I'm not really seeing anything there. Just University of Virginia, and that's what you have. Now you have color your own, which is good. It's coming up. Let's try UVA Who's. All right, that's not coming up, so that one perhaps isn't a great one. You have just plain coloring book. What about adult coloring book? Yeah, I would use adult instead of just coloring book. I would definitely have gifts for students. Gifts for students. Gifts for college students. Gifts for teachers. Gifts for professors. Definitely use that in. I think those would be much more relevant than a care package gift. So definitely think you want to use, especially this time of year, all those gifting type keywords. College pride, let's see. No. School pride. You might want to put school pride in there as well. So again, you know your target market better than I do, but I would think that some of those keywords would be a little bit better than study break, plain general coloring book or care package gift. Make sure, however you title it, that you copy this into your tags, that you're using the same keywords that you have in your title down into your tags, because that duplicity actually helps strengthen your SEO, at least as far as Etsy goes. Also, if you can, make sure that you're using some of those keywords in your copy. That's a lot of copy that you have. I would recommend that you reduce it quite a bit. A lot of the shipping info and everything, that can go into your shipping details, or you can have an FAQ section as well. Because most people probably won't read all of this. So you just want to kind of make this details the description part of what it is. So like a good paragraph kind of selling the item and using those yummy words, and then a second paragraph for the specs, like the size, how many pages, any of that good stuff. And then the last paragraph, of course, thank them. Hey, thanks so much, guys, for stopping by my shop. If you'd like to see our other college items, or if you'd like to see a matching print, I don't know what you have, but you interlink from another section in your shop, and that keeps them kind of shopping through your store. Okay. I really don't see a lot of issues. I think you're pretty strong on your branding. Again, if it were me, I would want these two fonts to match. I really like your photos. I think they're done very well. It's very attractive. Your pricing is the biggest thing that needs to be tweaked. Your about section, putting more of you in the story, I think will help. Really selling you as the designer, I think will make it worth that much more. And adding in like a holiday shop, I think would be a great thing to do as well, so that you can really kind of get in on the holiday sales. Other than that, I think you're really pretty good. I think your next step would be to grow your another site. So whether it's your website or maybe Amazon. You might also look into ornaments. If you did like actual ornaments of the college, for college students, that would be kind of cool for holidays as well. All right, so I hoped. I know there wasn't a whole lot to tweak, because you're doing really a great job. If you have any questions, please contact me. You're more than welcome to send me a message on Facebook, or you can contact me here on Etsy. Thanks so much, and have a great one. Bye-bye.